And he ain't nothing but a cold-blooded killer. I guess that's partly my choice, but the missions they give you, he has to kill.
No.
Ah,
There's a whole bunch of times where I found out information before and after and made the decision to not kill certain people. And then there's a lot of
oh,
times.
but most of your side missions, when you go to help these people, that's what they want you to do is kill something. If you
Yeah.
don't kill it, you fail the mission.
Yeah. The side missions, yeah, yeah.
But no,
Or they
like I
want you to
just
deliver
redid.
something.
Yeah,
He's a murderer and a delivery boy.
yeah, exactly. Now the last mission I just did, I can't think of the name of it, but I had the choice to let the brother help his brother or not help his brother. And the first time around, I let him go try to help his brother, and he ended up getting killed. So I just reloaded and rewound it and
I got a whole
took the other
village killed one
choice.
time. You hear me?
Oh, yeah.
I got a whole village killed one time. It was total accident. I expected them to be able to hold their own, and they could not.
I did that too. Yeah, I told him to come join me. Yeah, I got them all killed.
They
And
all
I tried
died.
to rewind that one, and I couldn't go back far enough. So, sorry guys, but you're dead.
Yeah, they're all
Good
dead.
wine should be in that forge.
I should
If the
have. We should
officers
just
haven't
told them
gone
to
for
stay. Cause I'm like, okay, yeah, you got the right to fight for your shit. You can hold your own. Let's go. I should have
Yeah,
been like, you
let's.
know what, y'all, just sit this out.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Yeah, they're gung ho. Let's go. You can help me. Nope.
They
All
got
died.
wiped out. They didn't even make it up the first flight of stairs.
I know.
But it's still awesome though, man. And the executions are beautiful. Like all my
Oh
photos.
yeah. Have you done everything to open all the engravings and stuff? Like used all the weapons and killed all the amount of people you have to kill and all that?
I don't have everything unlocked, but I've got a whole bunch of it shit. Like I've got a bunch of
I've only
legendary.
got like 5 left to do. But I like the way the different weapons have their different other strikes.
Yeah. I
I do a
mainly
lot of headshot killing.
I mainly stick with the sword, the bow, and the spear. I don't.
Well, like you have to at least you have to do like 50 kills with each type of weapon to unlock certain engravings.
Oh, really? Where do you look this up?
Under your inventory, engraving list under the arrows and the bow.
Engraving list. Oh yeah, it does show how to upgrade. Okay, 2 personal leader slayer. Kill 15 leaders. Okay, so that's how I need to upgrade this shit. I'm like, why isn't some of this shit upgraded? I'm glad you said this. Because some of it is maxed out. I've been maxing it out, but some of it isn't even moving. And I see why.
Mm,
Like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I've been through this game.
Complete the following challenge to unlock next tier. Archaeologist. Oh shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I've got most of them complete, but there were a few that I really wanted to use that were still down at the bottom level, and I didn't understand why. And now that's why. Because I didn't really care to look at. I wasn't looking at. I mean, I was using these, but I was really more focused on their effect, what they do,
Hmm.
rather than how to actually level up these ones that are leveling up.
Yeah, and I think that's why that's The only reason I get rid of most of the blue and I get rid of all common, but I get rid of almost all blue stuff because you can go in and get all that stuff with the engravings,
Yeah.
whatever you want to focus on.
The one that I really needed to I want to upgrade. I need to kill leaders. Guess I haven't killed that many leaders. That doesn't make any sense. I've killed fuck tons. It says 2 of 15. Excuse me. I've killed a whole bunch of them. Why only 2?
Are you thinking about the leaders are the ones that are in the leader houses that you
Yeah.
have to find that? Okay.
I've killed a
You
fuck
have to,
ton of those guys. The ones with all the guards? Yeah.
yeah.
I've killed at least 20 of them.
Well, it should reflect that then. But if you've already unlocked it, it might be another thing you have to unlock with leaders. Because I don't
Maybe
think
not.
it tells you, once you've unlocked it, it don't tell you what you did to unlock it.
I'm about to kill another leader here in a second. I'm gonna see what it does. Because I was already planning on being in this fort, and he's right down there. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
The heavy blunts are pretty darn awesome, I didn't think I would like them, but they're pretty good.
They do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I haven't used any, but I'm just assuming from the
Yeah, they do.
class of weapon.
Yeah, I only used it to open up the engraving, but yeah, they do a lot of damage. They're pretty cool. So did you retire from the military, or?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
it wasn't a
awesome.
full 20-year retirement. It was a medical retirement, but yes, retired still.
Mm. Yeah, my nephew had a medical leave because of his shoulders. They just broke him down.
It was a multitude of things for me. IEDs, fast roping accident, airborne accident,
Mm.
PTSD, fucking, I had brain damage and spinal and hip and leg damage and nerve damage from being almost crushed inside a vehicle during an IED.
Oh my gosh. I don't mean to sound ignorant, but what's an IED?
Improvised explosive device. It's the roadside bombs they've put on the grounds over in Iraq for many, many years to just blow us up as we're passing by. They were everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
It was all the time. I'm fortunate to have on my limbs. I know guys who don't. It's fucking a suck situation. And I'm afraid to drive. Like, I don't even like driving. Being home, having been home for some years now, a few years, I still don't like driving down the roads because I feel like, boom, in any minute, these motherfuckers just start blowing up the roads underneath us. It's fucking...
Oh my gosh.
I
I
feel
have
that.
PTSD, but not from that. Just from abuse as a child, but
Yeah.
it doesn't go away. There's triggers all the time. I mean,
Yep.
I've learned that you learn to adapt and you learn, but it doesn't go away. And you get overwhelmed sometimes and you really not realizing what's happening until you stop and think. I understand PTSD, maybe not to the extent you might have it, but I'm on disability. That's my main diagnosis.
PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. It doesn't discriminate
Yep.
as to how you develop it. The situations we go through to end up stricken with the disorder may vary, but the suffering is all still the same.
Yeah.
What's this guy doing? He's just fucking standing there. That's why.
That must be the good wine Thespis mentioned. But it smells awful. I should try it.
Yeah, I've got all my limbs, but for a long time I had fucking serious problems
tastes
with
like
my
horse
spine
piss.
and my
I
entire
can't
left
serve
leg
these. There must be something better
because of the
nearby.
fucking ruptures in some of the discs and the fucking tearing in some of the muscles and the fucking it like almost crushed my hips. I had a piece of metal that jammed into my knee. It fucking
Ow.
it all hurt for a while, but yep, I've gotten a lot better and all that shit over the years and live life now.
Well, thank God for video games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you ever played any of the Resident Evils?
I think I did, but not really all the way through. I'm not a huge zombie fan, you know, the whole zombie
Well,
genre.
now, like, Resident Evil 6 isn't really a lot of zombies. It's a lot of fighting, actually. Which a lot of people complained about Resident Evil 6 because it wasn't zombie-centered.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like just zombie is just such a lame-ass enemies, and they're really overplayed because, come on, they're drooling, slathering, mindless imbeciles. They're not agile, fast, or anything, just in large numbers.
Oh, then you haven't played 5 or 6. No, they're not just drooling imbeciles. They've got weapons, they're smart, they know what
Oh,
they're
yeah.
doing. Yeah.
Well, these are some fucking special zombies.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty special.
Yeah, but I mean, zombies in general, though. Like, of all the enemies out there, I'm like, why do people struggle with zombies? Like, it seems like people struggle with zombies the most. Why? They're really just so undaunting. These fucking... Like, The Walking Dead, that show, I love the show, but it didn't get good until after they stopped fucking worrying about zombies.
When they more started fighting with each other.
Yeah, and then it started getting good.
I don't know, them zombies keep you in numbers. You're in trouble.
Not if you got a fucking sword. Michonne is good. I don't know why
she is.
I don't know why she's the only person in the motherfucking game, in the show, with a sword. It doesn't make any sense. It is the most illogical fucking weapon to go after in that instance.
Yeah,
to be dealing,
zip, zip, zip. Yeah,
to be dealing with zombies. Like shooting them with guns, you're making all kinds of noise. You're running out of ammo. Like you need guns for people. Zombies?
Yeah.
Why hasn't everybody in that game already found them a motherfucking sword? Oh. In that fucking show, I've already found them a motherfucking sword. so that they
Yeah, it
can
makes
deal with the
sense.
zombies.
Yeah, I understand that. My favorite character's Daryl.
Yes,
I
he's
don't know
my favorite
why. I
character
love
too.
Daryl.
He's
I
my favorite
love
character.
him.
Daryl's
Yeah,
awesome. He doesn't fuck
yeah,
around. He's a badass. He don't play.
yep. I love Daryl.
Daryl needs a fucking sword.
Yeah,
I mean, Rick Grimes, he's alright and all that shit. And Michonne, she's
yeah.
good. The kid,
She's.
the kid fucking died.
Yeah, I didn't like
Zombie,
that.
zombie bit him. He died. Yeah, you know what? I will say that is a problem from zombies. And the motherfucker, if they bite you, you need to armor up when you're dealing with zombies. uh, but yeah, Daryl's the fucking. He's like the fucking badass in the show, man.
Yeah. Well, Carol's pretty badass, but I
Oh, you
don't
know
know.
what?
Daryl.
She is. She was a fucking. She took time to bud though. She took like 3 seasons to really become who she is.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, she was a wimp in the beginning.
Well, she wasn't a wimp. She just was stuck in the way life is right now for us. She was. It hadn't hit her that a new world was upon them. But when she realized that shit, she was like, you know what? Fuck all this the old last year shit. It's time to get savage out here. She is awesome. I feel
Yeah,
like the
she
king
is.
should have a better sword. King Elijah, the dude with the
Yeah,
tiger. Oh
yeah.
man, the tiger died.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
I was like, damn. He shouldn't have sent the tiger in there. I mean, I know the tiger jumped in there to try and save him, but he shouldn't have. I wouldn't. He should have used that
Yeah.
tiger to better effect. He got her killed on some bullshit. And really, it was only a few zombies. If they all had swords, they could just went up there and cut the motherfuckers to pieces and save the tiger. But no, they don't have any swords. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, we should write the show and tell them give them swords.
And give everybody some fucking swords.
Start a petition or something.
So many people died from zombies, and so many from like against people. Unless you're all out of ammo, I get that they're not gonna be sword fighting each other on The Walking Dead. That might be a very rare occasion or something, like some special fight. But in general, the swords as a whole, for
Yeah, they're
for the
best
counter,
thing on zombies.
yeah, they should have them.
I totally agree. The swords are the thing for the zombies.
Oh, or an axe. The big guy had an axe.
Well, a good hunting knife would work too, though. Just that quick dab in the head works good.
Yeah, but when you're getting surrounded and outnumbered, you need something
Yeah,
with
the sword's
standoff.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need something with standoff to keep them off you. You can't jab, jab, jab in the head fast enough to keep 10 of them off you if they're all around you. That sword, you could cut through one, cut through another.
Yeah, she cuts through them pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
She goes through them quickly.
Why doesn't everyone in Walking Dead have a sword?
The good wine should
That's
be
a
in
failure
Yeah.
in leadership.
If the
Rick
officers
Grimes,
haven't
you're
drunk
failing
Yeah,
right there.
exactly. Exactly. Well, what's her name? Oh, she. The new. I can't think of her name. The leader, when they divided off.
The Hilltop?
What? Yeah, Hilltop.
Maggie?
Yeah, Maggie. She's a leader of there. Maybe she'll think about it. She's pretty tougher.
Yeah. Well, she had to watch Glenn get his shit bashed in. Wait, was she there?
Yeah, she was there.
She was there.
No, maybe she wasn't.
Because she was pregnant and in trouble, and they
Yeah,
were trying
maybe
to...
she was. Yeah, she might have been somewhere else.
No, I
She might
think
not
they
have
were
actually
carrying
seen
her
it.
through the woods to try and get her to the hilltop. I think she was there.
She might have been. I don't remember exactly.
I can't
but
remember.
She might have been, but yeah, I didn't like that they killed Glenn at all.
Killed Glenn
That-
and the redhead.
yeah, I didn't like that.
But you know, that's part of what makes it a great show. When we get attached to these characters and shows, and we get attached to the idea that they're gonna be there forever. But one of the best dynamics they've been adding to shows is subverting expectations of that kind of thing. When we love this guy and we think they're the hero, they're gonna be around forever. Oh yeah. And then they get off, and they're like, "What? No!"
Yeah,
And now you got to
exactly.
figure out. You got to see what's gonna happen after this. What's gonna go on now? Oh my goodness! Like when they did it in Game of Thrones. Are you a fan of Game of Thrones?
No, I never watched Game of Thrones.
Oh my goodness, that's the greatest show of all time, and that is not my.
Several people have told me to watch it. I just never watched it.
It's the greatest show of all time, and when I say this to you, the greatest show of all time, this is not my opinion about the show. It was literally voted on by a great many to be the greatest television show of all time to ever air.
Wow.
It has
I might have to
broken
watch
more
it,
records than almost any show in the time that it has been running, and it is fucking still breaking records. And not to mention that it has had more downloads than any other show in history, and more illegal downloads than any other show in history.
Alright, I guess we might have to get hooked on it. We'll see.
It is the
It just
show
didn't
of
look that
shows.
interesting to me.
Oh my
don't
goodness.
know.
It is, and now that there's 7 seasons out, it's worth, you can binge it if you can, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, maybe Showbox or something that could be on there, or there's a great many, like
think
I
it's on
usually,
Prime. I know it's on Prime, but
yeah.
you have to buy it up. And
I'm sure there's ways that you could probably watch it all for free. And you
oh
can
yeah,
binge,
you
it's
could go
fucking-
on Donkey or
Yeah, it is fucking the most
one of them
awesome
sites
show. It is great, and I love a great many shows. There's like a many.
Supernatural. Do you watch that?
Yeah, I've seen all seasons of Supernatural.
Oh
It's
yeah, I
fucking
love
awesome.
Supernatural. And Dean is played an awesome Michael.
Yeah. Well,
That's
no,
true.
I haven't seen the season. Actually, I've only seen up to what's on Netflix. I haven't seen if there's a new season out airing right now. I haven't.
Okay, yeah, CW is free. You can watch it on the CW. It's an absolutely free app. As long as you watch it every week, they only keep like 4 episodes going. So if you fall back behind 4, you either have to find another way to watch them or whatever. But yeah, get the CW. You can watch them free.
CW, that's an app.
Yeah.
Can you download it on your PlayStation?
No, you have to do it on the phone or the laptop.
Oh,
I think it might be on the Xbox, but
it's alright. When the next season comes out, I'll watch it. It's no big deal.
well, I'm just telling you, Dean's making an awesome freaking Michael.
Oh, I knew he would.
I mean, his whole demeanor and everything's changed. I didn't realize he could actually act. You know what I'm saying? Because what they do, I know they're acting, but what they do is more play acting, you know, catching monsters, and they're acting. But now once Dean got into this role where he's actually playing an angel and Michael's taking over him, damn, he is a good actor.
You talking about Jensen Ackles?
Yeah. I think this is season 14 you're on.
Yeah, season 14.
And they were debating, and I'm glad they kept it going. I don't know how much. I didn't like it when they killed Lucifer, or the King of Hell. What's his name?
Crowley?
I hated it. Yeah, Crowley. I
He's not
love
dead.
Crowley.
Crowley's not dead.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Oh, they killed him in this season?
13, season 13, yeah.
No. You're talking about Lucifer? No, Lucifer. He's not dead. Crowley's not dead. He's in a rat. He's in the...
No, Crowley, Crowley, he, what's the word? He had himself killed in order to, I can't remember exactly, but he volunteered to be killed to do something for the benefit of everybody. That's when they were in that other world. And Lucifer is actually dead. They killed Lucifer. Lucifer ends up being killed. Michael kills him. The Michael that Dean is playing killed Lucifer. But he's from the other parallel world, and he came through and he talked Dean into letting Michael take over to kill Lucifer. Well, Dean agreed, but they made an agreement, and Dean said, I'll let you use me as long as I keep the wheel. Well, once Lucifer was dead, that's when that's where the series ended. Yeah. Once Lucifer was dead, Michael just took over just like that. And then that's how the series begins, 14, with Dean playing Michael, and it is freaking awesome. I mean, Dean can act. I love it. I'm like, hey, Dean. Yeah, Lucifer and Crowley are dead. I hated it when they took Crowley off. He was my favorite character.
I'm pretty sure I saw Crowley smoke into a rat's body.
He did that in a previous season, not in the last season, because he died in the parallel world. Because I read an article on the internet that he actually wanted off the show, or they just blurred his character out or something.
Oh.
But he made an excellent King of Hell.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is fucking awesome, man. This new suit is sick.
Yeah, I like it.
You wearing it? Are you using Alexios or Cassandra?
Alexios. I couldn't do Cassandra. I just couldn't see playing this game as a girl. And I'm a girl, but I still couldn't see it.
You think girls aren't fitting in the warrior role?
No, I'm sure they can be, but just for my personal taste, I think I prefer the guy there.
Yeah. I mean, I know from my military experience, women are tough, but this isn't sexist. It's just honest. Women do have a 7-week-long weakness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a great many women in the military I've seen struggle on it, you know, when they're on their menstrual cycle. And there's no fucking schedule in the military in any military anywhere that, you know, will accommodate for menstrual cycles. They just have to suck it up, and it can get really difficult for them. You know, militaries don't work like that. Militaries are a war machine that goes and goes.
Yeah.
But there's some fucking badass women who are like, I don't give a fuck, I'm doing this. And they do it.
I couldn't. proud of the women that can, but I couldn't. Women are the weaker sex. It's just a natural truth.
Yeah, natural.
Even though there are
Not sexist. It's not being a dick.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
natural. The laws of nature.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, in the animal kingdom, there are few species in the scope of existence where the female is larger or more dominant. Oh, I just died being stupid. Again. It's
yeah,
not.
there are. It's not typical. Yeah, the females usually. Except for the lions, that male lion there, he puts in females to work. Now they're pretty freaking tough.
Yeah. But he's still much bigger. Is the point.
I know,
much
but
bigger and much powerful. But they do all the work. They do all the work.
Yeah.
He just lays around waiting for somebody to beat up. Or a big ass animal that the ladies can't take down on their own. Something like an old hippo.
Yeah, then he could rush in and be the hero.
Yeah, old hippo or a big wildebeest, you know, something like that. A water buffalo that they need their help. They need his help with. Other than that, he just fucking lay around doing what he wants.
Did you get to see any wildlife while you were on tour?
No, not really. There were supposed to be some like endangered species in Afghanistan that I would have hoped to have seen, but I didn't. The only wildlife we saw was their insects.
Oh my God,
They're critters.
That was horrible.
I have seen camel spiders.
Oh my God, yeah.
Camel
I hate spider. I couldn't imagine seeing. Oh my God.
They're
That'd be
big.
worse than a tarantula.
They say that they chase you, but it's not that they chase you. It's just over in the Middle East, it gets really fucking hot. And there's a camel spider. They follow you for the shade of your shadow. But it's like, man, that motherfucker.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. They're like, but it's the situation where this big ass spider is coming directly towards you, and you're like, what the fuck? You move away, and it keeps coming.
Now, have you killed them or?
What, the camel spiders?
Camel, yeah.
Nah, I've never been so close to them that I need to be in that situation. But I've seen them out there, seen them following people around.
Oh, I'd freak out. I really did. I would totally freak. I couldn't be in the military for that reason. Because I'd be in the middle of a gunfight and be totally fine and see a camel spider. I'd be, ah! Get myself killed. You just came in. You want to go back outside? Come on. Buddy. I just got a new dog. I have 2 dogs, but my daughter wanted to get rid of her puppy. She just got married and they didn't want this one anymore. And my oldest dog, she's 11 and she's gonna go anytime, so he's sort of a replacement to help me get over dog, I guess. He needed a home, so I took him. Come on, you gotta go outside. Buddy. Buddy, go. Good boy. Hey, I didn't say come back. Buddy, go.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a poodle. I don't know.
Yeah,
Poodle or
small one?
something. No, he's a medium, probably like 25 to 30 pounds. But he's a poodle mix, but he's a bred poodle mix. He's supposed to be what he is, but I can't remember what she called him. So like he's a full breed, but he's a poodle mix, which makes no sense. But really didn't want another dog, but then Maggie got sick. I had to take her to the vet. She's better now, but she is going to pass soon. And he needed a home, and my daughter's like, well, he'll help you get over her when she's gone. And, all right. But I've never seen a more finicky dog in my whole life. I feed my dogs to eat. I got him. I have to offer him food. He won't eat when I feed him. He'll only eat if he's hungry. I mean, he'll literally, you put food down in front of him and he's not hungry, he'll look at you, look at it, and walk away.
That's good.
And it'll be the same amount of hours that the girls have been without food, and they're scoffing it up, and he's just like, I don't want nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh, dog. I've never seen a dog like you. Never. And I thought it was maybe, because they gave him people food a lot. And I thought maybe it was just that, but he's been here long enough that I figured out he's just different, Apparently he don't need to eat like other dogs or something, I don't know. Or he's just distinguished himself from the pack. I'm not eating when they eat, I'm special, I'm gonna eat when I want to eat, I don't know. When I first got him, you couldn't hardly feed him without him growling and trying to nip you if you even got your hand close. That ended pretty quick, because first time I put my hand down there and he growled at me, I'm like, knocked him on the top of his noggin, and I told him no, and I stuck my hand in the bowl and took his food. And then he learned that lesson, but he'd still growl at me a little bit. So I didn't really use that anymore. That was just a first lesson to get his attention. But now he don't growl at me anymore. I'll put my hand in the bowl and I'll take his food and I'll feed it to him out of my hand. And I just had to use that first whack to get it in his head. This isn't happening. Just an attention getter, basically.
I've got a light! Shit!
Yeah, I hear you going at it. So you fought the Minotaur yet?
No, I haven't done any of the... I got like a really methodical method to how I do it. I go explore the entire map, pick up all the Auricolum, or Articolium, excuse me.
Yeah.
All the legendary chests, all the ancient tablets and ancient steels, do all the question marks, and then I went and did all the legendary animals. And now I'm doing more all the side missions, any question marks that I missed, and once I finish all that, I'm gonna go do the legendary beasts. Once I do the legendary beasts. Okay, go ahead.
I did all the steals and I picked up all the legendary chests. I didn't bother with grabbing all the freaking however you say it, Auricalcum. There's too much of it. I was
there's
like,
like
one of that stuff.
There's about almost 800 pieces. I went and picked it all up. All the ones that weren't bugged. There were like 5 of them that weren't bugged. But I got the time saver map.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
And I got
but it's worth it because you'll be able to get anything you want off the store whenever shit populates on there. Or not the store, but the Olympian vendor.
Yeah. Shoot, I spent 180 on there to get one golden item. But I own everything he puts up so far. I own. I'm like, really?
There's a bunch of purple garbage since that those first 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing legendary.
I wish they would put Charon on there as next
Yeah,
legendary.
now that would be cool.
I'd buy him
I
out
doubt
of
they
there.
will, but now according to Joe Raptor, your chance of getting a legendary just from buying the chest, like you did with Retta, has gone up. You have a better chance than you did in the
Will they give you
Creed.
legendary items you already have?
According to him, no. Now in Creed they did. You could get the same item over and over sometimes. You'd be like, I already have this game. You should have some way to check off. She owns this. Don't give this to her no more. But no, they didn't. So apparently they've sort of fixed that, I guess.
Okay, so
According
I
to
could
Joe
go in there
Raptor.
and spend a good amount and get...
Like I spent 180, so that they're 20 each. It took me 8 times to get a legendary. And I've spent like 60 more and gotten blue purple, so I haven't tried them anymore. But the purple I'm getting is, I already own it, so it ain't worth my time or my money. And I probably am going to own anything legendary they end up putting up there anyway. Except for that lieutenant. Now I wouldn't mind seeing him up there. But I ain't gonna buy him just cause I have all the family lieutenants. Like when you finish the story you get the family and they're all legendary.
I feel like...
And I
I'd
just
rather-
keep spoiling things on you.
I'd rather, I'm not worried about that. I would rather wait until they actually put the item I'm looking for on the store, you know? Cause I feel like it's a real big scam to try and get something when there's just horrible random odds. There's been nations that have been like instituting laws when it comes to fucking microtransactions and shit like that. Like it's determined gambling in places, and they're placing gambling regulations on those video game developer companies for doing that. Or they won't be allowed
your
to.
odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your odds are low. Like I got a bunch of blue shit.
And they're like making so much money off it that like there has to be something done about it. It's gotta stop.
Yeah, I agree.
The video game developers are so greedy and lazy now. It's just a bunch of... It's the fucking millennials, man. Fucking lazy, whiny, weak pussies.
Yeah, I seen a YouTube video on millennials. It was freaking hilarious. Gosh, I hate to make me sort through this crap. I mean, you don't have to do this on Creed. You can dismantle stuff all you want, but you don't have to. You don't have a gazillion pieces of gear to decide which piece you're going to dismantle. Of course, it sounds like to you it's not a problem. You just keep legendary, period. But
Yeah.
me, I have to have one of at least everything I found. Now, even though I'll probably never use it, would never miss it, it's still, it's just the idea. I paid for this game. I want what I found and I want what I bought.
All the materials you can get out of that shit just goes toward leveling up other stuff. That's how I do it. All my legendary gear that I want to level up, I got so many materials because I dismantle everything.
Oh yeah, I've got like 35,000, 40,000, 33,000. I've got quite a bit of material. I've dismantled quite a bit. Like I said, I've got 2.3 million drachma. But I hate Ubisoft for doing this.
They're the biggest hit miss company out there, man.
Yeah.
They have the most potential with their titles, but they fail almost every time because of their poor functionality. The artwork in their games and the size of them are among the best, but they are
Oh
so
yeah.
fucking greedy and lazy that they can't just fucking get it to run smoothly. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
They want more money than the work they're willing to put in. And
Oh yeah.
they're charging double for games now, and not even counting
Including.
individual
Yeah.
microtransactions. Because
Exactly.
you buy a game, like games were $60. But then they turned it into, well, now they can release less of a game and have a bunch of DLCs, charge $60 for the original game, add on $20 for this, $20 for this, which are really often nothing more than a 20-30 minute storyline added on.
Yeah.
And then they start the whole year 2 pass thing now. Well, like you pay full price for the same game to play for with additional content just for another year. It's scam on top of scam, which is all their fucking laziness, because all that shit could be done before they ever release the game to begin with. These games should be perfect nowadays. The devs of 20 and 30 years ago were not like this. The games we had to
I
deal
know. When
with...
you bought a game, you got the whole game.
Yeah, and it worked, and it was all great, and if it didn't work, you could replace it, and these motherfuckers now, they just want to sell you crap and make you pay more and more and more for it.
Yeah.
I'd say the total price of, like, let's say a typical game from Ubisoft, the typical example would be For Honor. Such a highly anticipated game, the idea behind it was great, but the controls fucking sucked. The fighting fucking sucked. It was unbalanced. It looked great visually to the eye, but it was unbalanced, unfair, and totally lacked logic. The controls with it, the whole widget system, combat, it was gay, you know? And then
Yeah.
the game fucking died. They had player-to-player connections, so they eventually had to put in servers for people to play, but still not that many people care. And they added on a whole fucking, like, a year 2 pass thing that's just come out. It's like fucking $60. It's like, come on. For just a few more things, these motherfuckers... Ubisoft is horrible about this.
Pretty bird.
Yeah. They're greedy. Very, very greedy.
They did it with Ghost Recon Wildlands. They did it with Division. With fucking... I didn't even play Rainbow Six, but they did it with that.
They do it without every game they put out.
Pure greed, shabby workmanship. And they don't really listen to the community that much. The only part of the community they listen to is the larger portion of the community, because that's the portion of the community that makes the money for them. Because that's the portion of the community that's fucking stupid. And those are the people they need to satisfy. The masses of morons.
The ones that waste their money.
No. It's not so much that waste their money. Like, yeah, I'm no moron. I'm an elitist type gamer. I have fun, but I still spend money on the microtransactions that I feel I might like and stuff like that. That's not the stupidity I'm talking about. I'm talking about the general masses in general. Even if they don't have the monies individually to buy the different DLC stuff and all that all the time, there's just still so many of them that the devs will make more money off of them, catering to them, just getting those people to play continuously the base game, then they would catering to the elitists who want everything to be right. Because if everything
Oh,
was...
okay, I get what you're saying. They
Yeah.
know we'll spend our money.
Hmm.
And they want to keep the others hooked, so they'll cater. Yeah, I got you.
They will do yeah. The elitist
That
is
must
gonna
be the
be
good wine
like,
Thespis mentioned.
I'm good, I can
But
do
it
this, I'm
smells
playing
awful.
this, you know,
I
all
should
that.
try it.
The dummies, if it's not easy for them, if it's not something they can just fucking walk
This tastes
through
like
and think
horse
that they're a
piss.
god,
I can't serve
they
this.
don't want to play it.
There must be something better nearby.
Because
Yeah.
most people are so low in quality and unwilling to challenge themselves, even in video games, that if the video game isn't something they can just easily do, they won't play it. They won't try. And the developers don't want that. They want those same dumbasses to play and think they're awesome.
Yeah.
So they make it so that those people can think that they're awesome. And continuously
Yeah.
and it's nowhere more prevalent than in games that have heavy PvP action. That's where that happens the most. And in Ubisoft's games that have heavy PvP action, that facet is overly abundant.
I'm waiting on Red Dead to be able to go online, like GTA 5. I'm done with GTA 5 pretty much. I
I
put a
never
lot of
really
hours in
enjoyed
that
those
now.
Grand Theft Auto games. I always thought they're for kids, you know.
I never played the storyline. I never played it. I just played the online version. And I really enjoyed that. And I got all the money I need on there. Got everything I want on there. I mean, there's some new stuff on there I could go on there and buy, but I've got almost 200 million in money, and then I've got 150 million sitting in my garage on my second player where I did a card glitch. So it's like I'm done with it. And they fixed you can't go into lobbies anymore. You used to be able to do a little switchy thing with the time and date when you get your own lobby, and you just have you and your friends in one lobby and do what you needed to do, make money and have fun. And they fixed that, so now you just get thrown in with all the assholes, and it's just not fun. I mean, it's just, I can understand killing each other and all that, but when you're going after people's money where they're actually trying to make money because they want to buy something, that just takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, it's stupid. That's why I don't like that game, because it attracts the worst kind of fucking scum out there on the planet. Like,
Yeah.
people will hide the kind of person they really are in the
Until
real
they come.
world. But when they get on a video game, their worst self is so present in their play, in their actions, in the way they think, and what they do, that people are just disgusting to be
Yeah. That's
be
what I said.
around.
Once they fix that glitch where just me and my crew could get on there, and, a few friends, I just was pretty much done. And I'm not a good killer on there. I mean, I can kill, but I'm not the best killer. I'm not the best at video games. I love video games, and I'm not that bad, but I'm not like one of the best. But I had my own crew on there and everything. And I was surprised. It really shocked me. I didn't expect it. But when I got on there, it shocked me and surprised me that all these guys wanted to play GTA 5 with me and be in my crew. And we're all still friends. And they'll wish me Happy Mother's Day or just send me a message every once in a while and shit. It's like, all right, guys, I love you guys. And the little kids are the most fun to play with. If you can get the ones that will listen and want to learn how to play the game and make money and actually enjoy the game. Now, if you get the ones that are just little shits, some of them little kids are like, oh my God, they got mouse on them, and it don't matter. I refuse to play with them, but now there's a couple kids in my crew, and they're good kids. They listen and they're good to play with. You're doing missions, you're doing heists, you're doing everything. They got good reflexes. They know what they're doing. They can shoot good, and they're funny. And a lot of times they'll be so focused, and you're doing missions and you're making money, and they're focused and they're doing their thing and they're helping. Everybody's profiting, and then all of a sudden they get to be a kid again. All of a sudden they just screw everything up. It's like, they laugh. It's like, sorry. It's so fun to play with them. The good ones, not the little shits that don't listen and just run their mouths.
I don't ever run into any good kids when I'm gaming. Little bastards.
Yeah. Especially on GTA, it's hard to find them. And more than likely, they're the ones out there killing you when you're online. And destroying all your shit.
There's a lot of adults who do that shit too. Just scum motherfuckers who wanna go out there and make everybody else's day bad because they're dicks.
Oh, hello, buddy.
Oh, fucking bear.
Hello, Maggie, Miss Slowpoke. You Miss Slowpoke because of her age. Yeah, Miss Slowpoke now. Yes, her is.
Man, I got a headache.
Bless
I need
her.
to eat something.
Oh yeah, you better eat something.
I'm getting ready to move here in a couple days. I'm moving away from the place. Like when I retired out of the army here at Georgia, Fort Benning, Georgia. I lived in Columbus. I was married, but we got divorced. And, you know, it was all an ugly situation. But I still needed support, so my mother came and moved in. You know, and I'm good and as healthy as I'll be able to be for now.
Yeah.
But my mom recently found out my mother's got cancer. We've been dealing with cancer, so I'm thinking
Aww.
we're gonna go home because there's nothing for us here. There's no reason to be here still, so we're gonna go home, get her home so she can see her mom. I'm gonna see my grandfather, go fishing. He's getting old. He's got cancer that he's been dealing with. Go fishing with them. They don't have much time left. I don't want to take her home.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's in the hospital.
For what?
But well, he's almost 80, but his oxygen levels won't stay up. But he wasn't in my life until I was almost 50. He walked away when I was a little girl. And I want to go see him, but I just can't do it. I can't do it because his other son that he had with his wife after he left us, he raised and he was with. And I have a twin brother and a little sister, and he was never in none of our lives. He was until we were almost 5.
Well, you know, that may not be entirely... It could be. I don't know your life. Like, it could be his fault, but there might be some secrets that are being held on to mean it may not be his fault. But if you don't go speak to him, you'll never know.
No, we talk. I mean, I just don't want to see him in the hospital.
Okay.
His other son that he had with his second wife doesn't want him to have anything to do with me or my sister or my brother. Well, my brother don't want nothing to do with him anyway. He won't talk to him, but me and my sister do. But when we first called him after our mom passed, he forced my sister to get a DNA test to make sure that she was his.
Oh.
And it was because of his son that he had with his second wife. And his second, Chucky is his name, doesn't want me around or anything. I don't know, he's okay with Carrie, my little sister, but for me, some reason, he doesn't want me around Dad or nothing.
Oh.
And my dad actually, the first time that he went in the hospital, actually requested
Sounds like
that
somebody
I
needs
didn't
to tell him to grow the fuck up.
Yeah, my dad does. Because, I mean, I don't want to hurt my dad, but it's really hurting me. He came when Chucky said something to me about not going to the hospital. When we first got a hold of my dad, which probably you don't need to hear all this, but I wrote my dad an email, and I was like, how would you like this? I said, what if this happened to one of your granddaughters that you love? Well, I'm telling you, this happened to me, and you don't give a shit, but let it happen to one of them, and you'd be right on top of it now, I'm guessing. Anyway, I went off on him a little bit when we first, and I have to give him credit. He took it. You know what I'm saying? Most guys probably wouldn't have took it. But he did. He took it. He stuck around, and I know we don't have the closest relationship, but he took my bitching, and we talk, and he's helped me out here and there, and we have, for what we can have, we have a decent relationship. But Chucky doesn't want us to have any kind of relationship. And what had happened, I had wrote something, which was pretty stupid, but I had wrote something to the effect, I said, all your grandkids that you have over there, they should just go in that stupid pond that's over there on your property and just drown. And it was stupid, but it was just to my dad. But Chucky got into my dad's email.
None of them showed up at the last
I didn't mean it when I said it. I don't want any kid to drown. You know what I'm saying? It was just a stupid thing going off on a stupid rant, and it was a stupid thing to say.
Shit, well, I can say something like that. I can totally say it and mean it.
Well, I didn't mean it. I didn't really mean for, I don't want them to all drown, but I was just mad at my dad, and that, yeah. But Chucky had no right to get into my dad's email and then use that against me when it was something personal between me and my father. And that's what he did. So when my dad went in the hospital, my dad personally asked me not to come because of Chucky. And then Chucky said something first, I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I just stopped talking to Dad, period, and I wouldn't go. Well, I guess Dad thought he was dying. But what pisses me off and why I still won't go, and I still need to confront him about it, but I won't do it, is when Dad drove here the night before he went into the hospital, he had to have surgery, and confronted me and asked me if I said anything to Chucky, because Chucky told him that I'm the one that said that stuff to him, when I had said nothing to Chucky. But he confronted me about it. And then I got to thinking, then he made Carrie take a DNA test. This isn't... And all this is just pissing me off, so it's not a good time for me to talk to my dad. And I don't want to be there, I don't want to make Chucky disappear, because that's the only child that Dad really has. He has us, but if he's passing away and he needs somebody there, he needs somebody there that's been there. If you understand what I'm saying. Not that I don't want to be there,
he needs you all to be there.
Yeah, but I'm afraid if I go, already seeing the behavior out of him, that if I'm not able to be there, and Chucky thinks I am there though, he won't show up, then what's Dad got? I would rather he have his son, whom he raised and who he knows, and just know I love him and not cause trouble.
I didn't even get to see my father die. I didn't know he died until a month after I had come back from overseas. His other daughters was there, and I would have loved to be there, no matter, and I mean, I'm on good terms with them, but even if I were on bad terms with them, I would have still wanted to be there.
I think that might be part of my PSD, or PSTD, or whatever it is. I spent the whole other morning crying because I don't know how to say goodbye again. Because that's part of it. At 5 years old, I sat on a front step. I mean, there's more to it, but I sat on a front step and cried all day long because my dad was supposed to come and bring me an ice cream. And he never showed up, and never showed up again, period.
I wasn't even close to my father. Not even remotely close. I didn't have any emotional reaction to the news of him dying, even. Shit, my wife was more upset about it than me, and she had never even met him. But
Mm.
the point remains, I mean, I'd have still liked to have been there no matter what terms I would have been on with his other children who are my siblings from him.
Yeah.
Because he's dying.
Yeah.
Why in the
And he
fuck
is his dad.
yeah, he should have all those who love him. And nobody else there should be so egotistical and self-absorbed to try and take that away from him.
I agree. I totally agree. But
Everybody
my
needs to
way of
be able to
thinking
put their
is,
egos in the bottle for a while until after the fucking funeral and all that.
yeah, see, I don't know what to do in this situation, because if I do go and he's already told Dad, I won't be there if she's there.
Somebody needs to tell him that he needs to grow up and he needs to check his ego because the shit is not about him right now.
No, it's not.
If the
But
man is dying, then Chucky needs to check his ego and just shut the fuck up and be supportive of the situation.
yeah, he does, but he's not that mature.
Somebody does he have a wife or something like that? Somebody needs to reach him and talk some sense into
No,
him.
his wife is part of the problem.
Oh. Do you have another sibling, like that is nice, cool with you both? Maybe an intermediary?
No, it's just the only kids he had was me and my sister, my brother, and then Chucky. So, and well, like Carrie might, I don't know, Carrie might be able to, because he seems to not have a problem with Carrie, but I don't know if she'd even be, willing
Somebody
or
gotta
able
be able
to.
to fucking tell the dude to check his damn. That's bullshit. He's being a total fucking cunt. From what I'm understanding, in the situation where all of your father is dying, and you all want to try
Yeah,
and be there to support him, but he doesn't want any of y'all there. For what? For disdain, hate, egotistical nonsense, fucking whiny ass child shit?
yeah, exactly.
Unless y'all killed or tried to stab somebody, there's not a fucking reason. It just sounds like this dude needs to be punched in the mouth, I guess. He needs somebody to punch him in the
Or
mouth.
my dad needs to man up. One of the two, because not all the fault lies with Chucky. Dad could man up and say, "Hey, Chucky, these are my kids too. You can deal with it or not deal with it."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of my dad too.
Yeah.
I mean, for my dad to come to my home and ask me because of Chucky, did I say something to hurt his feelings? I'm just having a hard time with that. And I don't want to go in there in a bad way, and I don't want to go in there and have to confront Chucky. So and I don't know how to say goodbye. That's probably the #1 reason, is I have no clue on how to say goodbye.
You don't need to say anything. When it's time for goodbye, sometimes words don't need to be said. The presence can often say more than words can fumble out of your mouth in a time like that. But if there are things that absolutely need to be said, then you should say them. But saying goodbye, just being there together, can say more goodbye than anything else. Just saying I love you. Are you crying? We need to change.
Yeah, I don't need to cry. I'm sorry.
No, well, let's change the subject. Let's change to a more upbeat subject
Hey, buddy.
then.
Hey, Cold Paws. He's a little varmint. I've never had a dog like him that don't eat. I mean, he eats when he wants to eat, but not when I feed him. He forces me to offer it to him all through the day before he'll even eat it. I'm not one that, like, just leaves food down for him. I feed him on a schedule. But I don't know what his schedule's going to be. He had me worried because I told my daughter he won't eat. So she brought him a bag of dog food of what he's used to eating. And he ate it at first, but then he just went back to feeding himself. I'll eat it when I want to eat it. You can offer it to me, but I don't want him walking away.
I should make sure that actor's safe.
If I want it, I'll gobble it down. And growl at you while I'm doing it. Well, not at me anymore, but he did it first. I tried to tell my sister about that, and she's like, well, Chucky don't bother me, but I don't think she understands that Chucky didn't personally call her out and say, I don't want her there.
Why does he dislike you so much?
The only thing I think is because of that freaking email. But I mean, any grown man or grown person that can understand and read a situation would understand that wasn't something that they meant. It was something they were expressing pain and disappointment over. Like, you know, you hurt me. You know, I'm wanting to say something or do something to hurt you back. You know what I'm saying? And it was a stupid thing to say, but I didn't mean it against him or his kids.
Did you apologize?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well then he's being a dick.
Yeah, he is.
This is terrible. I'm really going to need the Leonidas to get out of this mess.
I sent him an email before he blocked me. Talked a little bit on
But now I
Facebook.
can't.
And the last thing I told him, I said, I don't think you're a stupid man. I think
Now he says I'm his slave
you're
until I
just
pay off the
ignorant.
debt. I'll be working
blind.
for him for years.
All right. Let's settle this.
How old
debt.
is he?
Oh, thank you. The
He's
commander
at least
is
40.
right over there.
Yeah. Damn. I was gonna say that's a total millennial attitude, but he's not a millennial.
No, he works.
You want to play another game? So glad you brought company.
No, well...
I need my friend back. He's due to act in a play. I think it's time you let him leave.
He's not like a silly butt thing.
Leonidas
He's
and his 300 Spartans.
head of
This
the
man
union,
plays
whatever
the
they call
Anikis.
that
Leonidas
top
is
guy that
lieutenant.
Ah, a good military play. We
I
need
forget
more
what
of
they
those
call
on the
him. That's
stage.
part of my
Of course,
PSTD.
it
You
would be
can't
best
think
if
of
they cast
anything.
real soldiers instead of namby
Anyway, he's the head of the
actors.
union.
I'm not. Oh, never mind.
So here is how it is, Mistios. This Malakas owes me a debt that he's paying off with service. Do you intend to take his place?
How about you lead by example and take the role
Buddy,
yourself?
they're not
After
being
all,
here.
you're a real soldier, right?
By
Lights off,
Ares'
so I
ass,
can't
of
really
course
get
I
onto
am.
you 'cause I can't see it.
Sure, I'll be the
But
Anikis
you're
in your
doing exactly what I thought you were
And what
doing.
about me?
Get in there.
My
Go.
soldiers have
Go,
plenty
go,
of sandals
go.
that need repairing and blades that need sharpening. I'm sure you'll keep busy while I'm
You put
showing
you on
these
your
civilians
leash.
how to act.
You think acting is easy? Were any of your soldiers good when they first signed up? You'll need to listen to your director and drill your lines until you can recite them without hesitation.
Oh, I hear you. Alra has twice as hard as any of the other so-called actors.
Report to Thespis at Pelop's market in Elise. He'll get a Dianikis. Just maybe not the one he's expecting.
He's actually not a bad little dog.
Little dogs hate me. I hate little dogs. Many dogs don't like me. Like, I've had many dogs try and bite me. I got bit by a dog in Afghanistan once. I had to get the rabies
goodness.
series.
Oh, my uncle. He was in one of them overseas countries. He said the monkeys used to come in where they drink and all this stuff, but he got bit by something and had to go and get the rabies shot. Hey, have you dealt with the chickens yet?
Like the chickens that are crazy, they'll attack you?
Yeah, the real, yeah. They almost killed me once.
Yeah, the chicken, you can stroll up on the beach and there's an alpha chicken, that motherfucker will come at you.
Yeah, then they all joined him, and it's like, I was almost dead before I
I
realized it
strolled
was
up on a
chickens
village.
killing me.
I strolled up on another village and there was like 4 hogs killing people in the village. They were full on running around killing everybody.
Oh my
The
gosh.
fucking pigs were assaulting the damn place. I sailed up, I was in the ship, and I was looking at the shore, and I saw all kinds of movement. I'm like, oh, they're fighting. I'm gonna go over there and join the fight. I get up close, and it's pigs killing everybody. And the pigs are nuts in this game, are they not?
Yes, they are. Them
Oh.
and the chickens. Have you done the missions yet? You know, you go get your side mission, not off the board, but you go visit somebody, or it could be off the board, and you go deliver something, or you do what they ask, then you come back to them, and they're fighting, and so you're helping them fight, and then when you get done killing everybody, the person you're supposed to turn your mission into is trying to kill you. And it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to turn this in?
You gotta
So
run
you gotta
away.
go run
That
and
happened.
Yeah, you
That happened to
gotta
me
run
one
and
time.
hide.
You gotta run and
Oh.
hide and lose your fucking search, and then come back to them when they're calm.
Yeah, it's happened. Believe me, it's happened to me more than once. It's happened
Oh,
several
damn.
times. It's like, you stupid people. I just protected you and killed all these things and people around you, and you're trying to kill me, and I was supposed to give you this mission. I killed a couple of them. I said, the heck with it. Failed mission. I didn't care. I was like, this is so stupid. So stupid. I've still got like 6 ability points I ain't even used. I don't know what to put them on because I don't use everything. My main thing is assassin and headshots. Headshots are my best friend.
You do a lot of stealth.
Yeah.
Cool. I have a mix. When I'm in combat, I use the bow and I use warrior. But out of combat, I rely on stealth until I get caught somehow. Most of the time, it's because I'm not focusing like I should. Like, we're having conversations, enjoying the conversations, and I'm sneaking around, and I jump and kill somebody who's right next to somebody I didn't see because I didn't do full recon or something. You know, it's just my fault not paying attention.
Yeah, I've done that. I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't see you. All these warthogs, I hate them. Or boars, whatever you want to call them.
I can't stand them. It's fucking ridiculous that the 2 legendary pigs were the most difficult to beat out of all the legendary animals.
They were, I agree, I totally agree.
None of the other ones were harder than... When I fought the Nemean lion, I almost killed him without taking... Like, he was down to about 20% health before he even hit me one time. That's ridiculous. Those pigs... the pig that had the piglets, I fought that one like 20 times.
Oh my god, I did too. That's why I went on the group and I said, anybody help with some tips or something. I can't kill this freaking...
I thought I sent you a message on how to beat him.
Yeah, it might have been you. I don't remember. You're the one that recommended the fire and
No, I recommended using my method, but it didn't save or something. I was like, use the loadout that I told. Hold on, let me look at it. I'm fucking to fight the boar that's got the goddamn piglets.
Oh yeah, you told me to use the fire arrows and to shoot
No, I said
the jars.
I said to use devastating shot, right? And multi-shot along with slow time and godly...
No, I didn't get that. I don't remember that message.
Yeah, because see, like the way I explained it earlier, you can slow time and use Ares Battle Rage to get in close, do melee, and not worry about dying because you can't die until the Battle Rage is over. And while you're attacking, you gain adrenaline. When the Battle Rage ends, you back off, heal yourself if you need to. When the little piglets come running out, you slow. When the next slow time is ready, you slow time and use multi-shot twice to kill all the piglets. And then you can go back to shooting.
Yeah, I like that strategy.
And then you go back to shooting the boss in the head. Like, you could kill all the piglets almost at once. Like, multi-shot covers 5 targets. So if you're running around keeping your space and you time the use of your slow time to where you can slow it down, turn, aim with multi-shot, get them all, and release, it might kill 1 or 2 of them right away, and then you've got time to do 1 more, and then it'll get the others. And then you could go back to just using Devastating Shot on the boss pig, shooting him, keeping your distance.
I haven't used either one of them yet.
Devastating Shot and Multi-Shot are probably my favorite from the archer moves. I don't even buy... Here, I'll send you a screenshot of my loadouts so you can see like how I approach it. There you go. That's the that's the picture of my loadout, my setup. And you see the moves I use. I heal myself slow time, have heavy aggression with the godly rage.
Now see, I don't even have the healing.
Oh man, that move is important.
Well, at your level, yeah.
I'd say at any level. In fact, Second Wind was probably the first move that I bought. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a healing move. I gotta have this. As soon as I had 1 ability point, I bought Second Wind.
See, and I don't even own it.
It's the healing move, and it's awesome.
Oh damn, I gotta get out of these freaking boars. You don't bear.
Yeah, those pigs are
I'll
nuts,
send you what
man.
my loadout is.
So yeah, the pigs are
Like I said, headshots are my main fighting.
If you like headshots, you should have Devastating Shot, because Devastating Shot is the most powerful bow move you have. It drops them. Like, a headshot can kill any low level enemies, or not, I'm not gonna say low level, but any low, I need to mark on the map where I'm going. Any low tier enemies, they're fucking, like, their classification, if they're not like an elite.
Devastating Shot, I just don't use it.
You should start using it. Try shooting people in the head with it. All the base enemies, it will instantly kill them. And I think it'll kill captains instantly, and I think it might almost kill pole marches. Like,
yeah, I have it actually. I just never use it. I have my arrows automatically to poison, and I just do headshots from a distance.
Yeah. Do you have explosive shot?
Yeah, but I don't use that either.
Oh man, the explosive arrows are awesome. Devastating Shot, explosive arrows, or fire arrows with explosive arrows. Oh yes, I did say fire arrows with, or I recommended explosive arrows with the boar when you're using the bow.
I can't see that well, so I can't it's hard for me to distinguish between the fire and the explosive one.
The explosive one is like got a yellow glow on it. It's a pointed arrow with a yellow glow.
Come on.
I need to make. How do you make more? How do you set it to make more auto arrows or whatever? To auto
Go into where you craft them, and there'll be a prompt to hit the
toggle auto
triangle.
craft. I got it.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, I have all that stuff. I just don't use it. I fight basic.
It will only toggle auto craft the normal arrows. Why can't I do it for the other arrows?
I guess not. Yeah, you're right. Just the normal ones. But I don't use anything but normal arrows.
The explosive
I
arrows
thought
are
they're
fucking
basic.
awesome. You should. I recommend them to you, sister. Try those
I'll have
explosive.
to try 'em.
They are fucking awesome. They fucking knock the shit. And if you have fire on top of your explosive arrows, when it explodes, it sets everybody it hits on fire.
I can't believe all these freaking, whatever they're called, the riddle pages. Origins had like 20. This game has...
The Agamana Agastratus?
Yes.
Or
I'm like,
what
oh
is
my...
it? Enigmata Agistratus is what it is. Excuse me.
Yeah, whatever the fuck they are. Excuse my French. I'm like, how many do you need of these things?
I
have to
enjoy
go-
finding them. Oh, I just blue screen.